Right, so basically going to do a demonstration of how to trim your dog properly. Okie dokie. This is just a standard trim, okay, for like a dog of a spaniel sort of length, or any sort of medium length coat really. We're just going to trim him down, make him look a bit neater. There's some sort of feathers between his toes and stuff which we're going to trim up, and we're also going to trim underneath his belly and around his bum, okay, just to make him look a bit neater. This obviously isn't a proper grooming job or anything, okay, this is just a slight trim, just to keep him neat. But if you do keep on top of it, you should never have to actually take him to the actual groomer. Okay, so first of all I'm going to start off with just brushing him a bit, okay, just to make it a bit easier to cut him. Not cut him, cut his fur. Okay, just a simple little one, okay. So what you're going to need a nice sharp pair of scissors, okay. Now I'm going to use these ones because Monkey's brilliant for just standing there, but I would suggest you use some safety scissors, okay, if your dog's a bit of a skirmish when you don't want to hurt them, okay, but they do have to be pretty sharp in order to cut the fur. Okie dokie. We're going to want to put our dog into a stand, so I'm just going to put him up now into the stand. Good mate, well done mate. Well done mate. Good boy. And basically I just tell him to hold in that position he needs to go into. So we're just going to get going now. Like all these little bits underneath here, look, are going to be trimmed. The back of his legs are going to be trimmed. Little bits like this are going to be trimmed, okay, and like between his toes there. I don't ever trim his tail because I like a nice bushy tail. Okay, so literally just going to start trimming him underneath here, like this. It depends how short you want to go with it. I don't generally go too short, but enough to sort of come off, because especially spaniels, they get so dirty when you take them out, as you would know if you have a spaniel. So I just like to, it just keeps him that little bit cleaner when we take him out, if he's got a little bit less hair on him. Okey-dokey. So all these little fine bits around here can come off as well. It won't really matter if you think it looks a little bit blunt, because it will just grow back. And when it starts to grow back, it'll look completely natural within a few days anyway. But just be really careful not to cut your dog, okay? Take a lot of care and caution. Obviously, Monkey's standing nice and still, so it's making it really easy for me to do. If you can't get your dog to stand still, then it might be best to get someone to help you do it. Okay, just to keep the dog still. Just trimming it up around here. There we are, like that. Obviously, we're going to turn him round at some point, so don't worry too much about getting it even from one side. Alright, but all these bits can come off. All these bits under here, right into the elbows there. Now when it comes to the legs and such, like obviously that big piece behind his elbow there is going to come off as well. There we are. Again, it's completely up to you how short you cut it. If you cut it too short one time, it will all grow back, so don't worry about it too much. Your dog ain't going to care if it looks a bit silly. Alright, I like to cut these bits quite short, and especially on the back of his legs, because this is where all the mud gets caught up on his legs as well. So just get rid of all of that. And like once I've sort of obviously taken off the bulk of it, I will go round and sort of tidy it up best I can. I'm being professional and just trimming him up, that's all. Monkey has never been to the groomers. I don't. Obviously, some dog breeds you have to, but if you keep on top of it and just keep them trimmed down, then it will never get out of hand. There we are. Inky, a bit more up here. Into these gaps here. Obviously, he has got a bit of skin there, so do be a bit careful as he goes around. Don't go hacking at him without knowing where he is. Okay, and I'm seeing we get on the back leg here. Okay. Again up his back there. And get rid of all of that up there. More of his legs actually, I think. This is why you need a sharp one, because when it gets this sort of denser fur, it doesn't cut so easily. Again on his back legs there, just get rid of all that. That can come off. Right, when it comes to doing their feet, again, if you can lift your dog's foot up nice and easy like that, and he isn't going to move anyway, you're going to make things a lot easier for yourself. I like to sort of, right, wait, hold down, matey. Good boy, Monks. Just trim gently around his feet. Be delicate with their legs because they don't like them being held up too much. We're going to do between his toes. So what I generally do is run my finger up it, like that. Okay, pull all that, you can see all that there, all the hairs come out now. Like that, pull as much, nice and gently, pull as much as you can of it out. Like that, and then just get your scissors and go up and up like that. As close to it as you can get. There we are. And that's the first toe done. I missed a little bit there. Look. There we are. So that's the first one done. Next one. Again, run your finger up it. Put as much as you can out. Good boy, Monks. There we are. Pull it all up. Like that. You can start nice and gently down the bottom there. Big chunk of it gone. Again, if you see any little straggly bits, pick them up, take them off as well. There we are. Just run your finger down, that's that one. And the last one, again, up through the middle. Good boy, monkey moo. Much fair as you can get out of it. This one's not going to be so easy because it's a bit of an angle, but just be careful of him. There we are. Right. And again, you know, if you want to go around and just take some little bits off around his foot, just as you can take some from underneath if you like. Not that it makes much difference in the other fur underneath. Just some little bits. And look how the difference between the two back feet now. Okay. Again, it depends how much you want to take off, but the neatness of that one compared to that one. Yeah. Alright, just a simple little trim there. If you keep on top of it, some dogs they're all out here. It's unbelievable. Trying to get a lot of this stuff off from underneath them because, again, this is really bad for picking up the dirt. I try and cut it at angles if I can to try and keep it as neat as I can. To come off. Could be as much of a perfectionist as you like at it. Okie dokie. I'm going to show you one side of him, okay, then I'll do the other side and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so just going to do the front paw here. Okie dokie, see there's quite a lot of hair on that one. I will just take a little bit off the pad there. Alright mate, oh steady mate, good boy. There we are, don't get too close to the pad there. Good boy, you're fine mate, you're fine. Good boy. Again, hang on mate, hang on. Again, just run your finger up through the paw, nice and gentle. You know if you're doing it too hard because the dog won't allow you to do it. Good boy mate, just leave your hair out of the way. Good boy mate. You can see what's going on. Just cutting it there, as close as you can get. There we are, there's number one done. Number two done. I haven't done him for a little while actually, so he's got quite a lot of fur up here. Again, as close as you can get. There we are, run that one up there. Yeah, I just get a little bit closer than that. Depending on your dog, right mate, hold there. You can actually go up inside if you want. And it really does depend on your dog. It's not very dogs that always just sort of go right in the middle of there. Good boy. Hold your hair, Billy. That's it. Get your feet. There we are. And the last one here. Okay. Good boy. Just going to trim just at the back of the hair a bit more. Oh, sorry, move yourself there. Wait a minute. Still quite a lot of at the back of hair there, so I'm just going to take that off. Just to neaten them up. Just remember to be careful. There we are. Put it on the sides there. And there we go. So, what there, buddy? What you can also do, obviously, if you want to trim some of these side bits, that's fine. And again, you see, it's how neat you make all this is, you know, it's completely down to you and how much time you want to spend on it. But I can assure you, you'll end up going for hours if you're trying to make it perfect. And like as I said, it will grow back. I wouldn't worry too much about fur at the front here on the chest. It doesn't generally grow very quickly, and underneath, obviously, your dog's ears, spaniel's ears need to be sort of kept, and you can cut out any knots or whatever. But if you can see the two front paws, the difference in the front paws, how neat they look. Okie dokie. And how good he looks that side. And so obviously on this side, again, just shift around a bit, mate. Hold there, mate. You can see obviously the difference in those legs again, and how neat he looks on the other side. If you do want to take anything off these bits here, you're supposed to sort of just brush it forward. This sort of fur here is actually different from this fur here. It's a lot denser. So again, just slowly go at it like this, bring it up, and then just chop into it gently. And then you won't end up losing too much of it, because I don't want to lose too much of him. And if you just do that, a bit closer, I think, actually. And just cut at it. There we are. It looks hacked now. Nice. Just neaten him up again, just make it look a bit even, really. I don't worry too much about it, it will grow back. Good boy. Good boy. And give it a couple of days and that will look completely nice and finished now. All neat and around. Okie dokie. Done all the legs. Actually, I've done a little bit around his ears as well. Done the sides. Left his tail, as I said, nice and long, so he's like a nice bushy tail. Okie dokie. And so that is how you do a nice trim. And keep him nice and neat. Now he's ready to go out and get nice and muddy again. Always finish off by giving him a nice treat. Ain't that? Alright.